got 7. Play the message.
Hi, David. It's Jerry calling. Courier has called. It should be there around 1 o'clock. Alex said that you should give her a call around 2 o'clock after you've received the package. Bye-bye.
So we start.
Good afternoon, Goddard and Associates.
Oh, hi, Terry. It's David Rubinoff. Yeah, I guess I'm confused because when I spoke with you earlier, I asked that Alex contact me before sending the package out because there were a couple of things that weren't in the one from yesterday.
I told her that when she came in. She said that she knew what you were talking about.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, because there's a couple more things that I discovered after I spoke with her yesterday. So, is it already been sent? It's on out, okay. I guess I'll have to. Okay, so I'll call at 2, because we're supposed to speak at noon. Okay.
Service, we had to get 2 hours through.
Oh, really? Okay, gotcha. No, I mean, okay, that's okay. So I'll call at noon, at 2, and hopefully we can sort things out. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Death. A woman's spirit summons her eldest son, hoping to have an honest discussion about their enmeshed past and to ensure that he is presently properly nourished. A play in progress, affidavit inspired by and dedicated to the memory of Helena Chiro, a long-term psychiatric consumer survivor driven by love, courage, and compassion.
Okay, so it's been changed slightly. So I have 3 years after leaping to her death, comma, a woman's spirit summons her eldest son, hoping to have an honest discussion about their enmeshed past. No, comma. Oh, and to ensure that he is presently properly nourished. A play in progress affidavit is inspired by, a play in progress, comma, capital A, affidavit is inspired by, comma, and dedicated to, comma, the memory of Helena Chiro, comma, a long-term psychiatric consumer / survivor, driven by love, comma, courage, comma, and compassion. Is that...
That is exactly what I have. I just didn't read out the punctuation.
Oh, okay. I thought I didn't hear the word enmeshed, but you do have that. Okay, so it's good to go, right? Yeah. Is that so? Yeah, I can give you okay to like I can proof like I can. Yeah, so it's good. Yeah, you don't need any more input from me on that. Okay. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye.
Love with you. I want to tell the world just how I feel.
Well, I have someone coming at 3, so I have a good half hour if you need it.
Okay. Do you want to cover are there things that you want to cover first? Okay, because we never got to anything yesterday about, okay.
The issue is the lock on Salem. I received an email back from, which is no problem. Here's Daniel Pasante's email back to me.
Okay.
For the email, he says, you can contact our supplier directly, and then he provides the name and the contact guy and telephone, or anyone there, and you can tell them that Salem is one of the properties that we take care of, so they'll schedule the work in, and we can pay them directly. And please ensure that they make an extra key for the landlord, so that's one key for you and one key for Daniel Pasante. If you have any questions, please call me or email me. So, he's basically said, over to you guys, you set it up. So that's fine, we can do that, but if you're going to have the deadbolt lock, we talked about the 2 types of locks, one was more dangerous than the other.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable ordering the dangerous lock. I don't want any part of that. If you want the ones that lock with key on both sides, you're going to have to order them yourself and take all the risk that you get caught in a fire and burned. That you are aware. If you want the locks that open by, you know, the switch from inside like normal, that don't require a key to let you out, then I'm happy to order the two. But the ones that lock from both sides with a key, I think are dangerous, and so I wouldn't order them.
Even for the porch, even though it's legal for the patio?
Well, technically, they're not really legal. So if that's the ones you want, then you're going to have to order them for yourself.
I thought he said that for the patio it was legal, but not for the main door.
I think he says they're definitely not legal for the main door, and they're not legal for high rises. I guess it doesn't matter so much about whether they're legal or not, as much as arguably they may be legal for a small building that's, you know, not that's under 3 units. But the fact is that they're dangerous, so he won't order them for you, and nor will I. You could take that risk yourself.
Thank you. Okay, I'll consider that. Okay. Yeah.
So, the question is then, how do you want to proceed with this lock?
I want to give it some more thought. Yeah.
Because then if you want the ones that just switch bolt open, then I can take care of them from here and get the price, order, and get the guy to attend at your convenience. It's good for you. Think about it?
Yeah. When did you get that email?
I got that, I guess, yesterday sometime.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to you about that yesterday, but we didn't have a chance.
Okay. All right. Okay. And next item?
That's really it for now. I haven't heard back from Craig Lowe about June 2. But he hasn't sent the customary whatever email. I think it's all okay.
The what? The which email? Yeah.
Remember first I said David's staying till May 31st.
Yeah.
And the second time I go, well, because of the mechanics of scheduling them to move, David will actually be moving on the 1st and 2nd, so can you make sure that you don't come in to show the apartment or start repairs until the 3rd? Remember,
I have a copy of that, yeah, and I don't have, but you're right, we didn't hear back from him.
Yeah, he usually kind of just sends back a, yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'm seeing him again now, an email that says, just wanted to check that we're good for, you know, David's final departure on June 2nd, and so that, you know, you'll be free to enter the apartment and do whatever you need, you know, re-enter the apartment on June 3rd. I can just do another confirmation email to him and hopefully get that confirmation from him. Would you like that? I think that's probably wise.
Yeah, I think we should, yeah.
Okay, so I'll follow up with that. So just take a note once. Daniel Casante. Two, Craig Lowe. Okay. Two. So G should email again. Okay.
Thanks. Okay.
Yeah. Something I wanted to get done, but the computer guy's been here all day. Jan's email. Costa. We'll just do a double check while you're right on the phone.
For Lucy? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Not confrontational, just, yeah, okay, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Gender any response from her. That's really it.
Okay. My end? Okay. The drama never stops, Alex. No, I went down, when I went to get the package from the courier, one of the locks was unlocked. So, one of them was, Yeah, but that's been the pattern. Like once or twice, she once for sure left it like both locks unlocked, which got me upset. But the pattern's been not locking the one that I paid $400 for, and so either she got the email and opened it and said, you know, I don't care, or didn't get the email, or did and didn't open it. But it was. So I don't know. That's my concern, is that, and I guess that's why I felt like at the end, if we could have said, you know, please confirm that you have received this or something.
She got it.
I don't know that.
She got it, and she's just saying, the hell with you.
How do you know? We don't know she got it, Alex, because...
I'm presuming, it's 99.99999% sure that she got it.
Okay.
If you'd like me to mail it to her as well, I'm happy to do that.
Sure, I'd appreciate that. Thanks.
Okay. So, not sure if she got email. APG will mail. Because that takes, like, mail generally takes one overnight.
Yeah.
So if we throw it in the mail today, she'll get it Monday or Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so.
She may not open letters. Some people use our name and go, they don't even open the letter.
So,
Have you ever done that?
well, that's an interesting point. You might have done the same thing with the email too, right? All I'm saying, Alex, is that she presumed that Jan got the email, you know, when she did, but because she didn't know Jan was away.
Jan had the outgoing auto message saying, "Hi, I'm away till such and such, and I will not be reading this email."
Oh, so she, okay, so she...
Automatically, it bounces back to anyone who sends an email in. We receive it, but automatically you send out a message that says, "Hi, I'm not in my office. I'll be back till XXX."
Okay, so she wasn't maybe expecting a response. Okay.
She was hoping to get a response. She would have anticipated a delay until after the date that Jan said she'd be back. And remember, Jan, even though she physically came back into Toronto a bit sooner, took a couple days where she said she wasn't going to be back till after the long weekend. So really, actually, it's pretty good timing to have sent the response, because really Jan's outgoing email, I think said she would only be back in the office after the 20th.
Yeah, okay.
Email from... Perfect.
That's a good thing? Yeah, okay.
Great.
It's a great thing? Okay, so you assume... Okay, but we will... Okay, so it is customary. It's not unusual to send an email and then follow... and then just send it by mail as well? Okay. All right. Do you write in there just to, just for sending you this to, if, just in case you didn't, like, do you know what I mean? Like, or do you just send a copy of it, or?
Yeah, they'll do is they'll print it out, I'll stamp it with copy stamp, throw it in the mail with nothing more to be said. It's just, we have this, procedure in our office of sending an email and following up by letter mail.
Is that a procedure? Yeah? Oh, it's not. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. No, because I wasn't sure. Okay. Well, no, I'm just, yeah, because that's what triggered me when I saw the lock unlocked, right? So, hello? Yeah. So, yeah, but even if it was, anyway, yeah, sorry. So I was a little upset, but I'm just going to take it in stride, because I'm not surprised. But, so if she doesn't have it, she'll get it by Tuesday, hopefully, and I'll keep a copy. You don't think it would be wise for me to make a photocopy and leave one for her? No? Okay, all right. Okay.
My sense is, in the normal, everything being equal, she received the email last night, or this morning when she opened her email and checked her Hotmail, and she's like, "Oh, piss off. I'm sick of this."
Yeah, okay.
Carrying on.
Yeah.
And she's probably saying to herself, "You know what, David? I don't care what you say. One lock is fine. One lock has always been good for me. I've been living here myself for how many years? I'm just not going to not going to get sucked into your issues." That's my sense of what, but I'm just speculating. But that is my interpretation of what it would be in, kind of normal.
Yeah, okay, all right. I'm just, yeah, I just don't.
Greater than that, but I will send it by mail, and I don't think more than that needs to be done.
I don't think she's got a fax machine, does she? Oh.
I don't think she does a fax machine, no.
Yeah.
I feel email, letter mail, and after that, that's enough.
Okay, thanks, Alex. Okay. Okay, as long as she has it, at least we've made our concerns known. Yeah.
The firm way.
Polite. Yeah. Okay. And Jan's got a copy of it as well.
Yes,
Right,
she does.
okay.
What I did is I
Yeah.
gave Jan a little package to read when she gets back on Tuesday morning. Just our email that we did yesterday, Lucy's email, and my cover letter this morning, just sort of talking about the context of how we came to decide this is as far as we were going to comment on Lucy.
Yeah.
Now we've said June 2nd, so it really must happen. So is there anything that you need help on in terms of, I know you're reluctant to go back to Salem, but is that going to happen, or do you feel squeezed between two impossible places right now? Is that something that's going on, or?
Squeezed is a good word. No, I don't feel great about going to Salem, but what's that?
No, you hate the idea. It's clear and evident to me. So I'm just wondering if there's any solution we can find for that. I just don't know.
Well, yeah, that's a good question. Regarding the locks, yeah, okay, here's the thing. I'm not looking forward to going back there. Especially because it has been so quiet here, you know what I mean? Like, well, yeah, I mean, it's a family, and it's, and there's been issues there too, and, them having the key from downstairs, and then an unforced entry into the place, and things going missing. I mean, and my mistrust of the landlord and Linda was there on 2 occasions when the noise was very loud, and he told us you can't hear it at all. So, so there's issues there, so I have been thinking more about maybe just doing my best to see if there are any options before that, and if not, then just bite the bullet and go back there and and continue my search from there. I mean, at least I've got that place, so it's not, but I really, it would be great if I could just get it, go make one move, and find a place for, but that may not happen. So I've resigned myself to the fact that June 2nd, whether I'm there or somewhere else, I won't be here. And yeah, and so I've accepted that, and I need to, especially Alex, I need to just say, I appreciated, the fact that you contextualized the history leading up to the letter, but I need you to know, this is really important, like, just, it doesn't need to be in writing, but clearly when you were telling me afterwards, look, chances are she's going to call the cops again and again, that's when I started to get really anxious and uncomfortable. I, like you, had thought that it had been resolved, but then when we talked afterwards, I went, oh my God, like, it really panicked me, and then hearing the contents of the letter from Jan, I thought, oh my God, that on top of, she's already written this one letter, you know what I mean? So it was that whole connection of events that, led me to feel like we've got to not so much respond to it, but at least us respond, me have a chance to digest it and figure out what to do with it. That was the big issue for me, is to be aware of it and figure out how to deal with it. So I'm glad we did in a way that was but it was that whole, series of events that led me to become more concerned about staying here any longer, and assuring her that I was going to get out, and assuring her that I was okay. But it really lit a fire under me. Not only the police showing up, but here, hearing the content. So that's my contextualization of, I just needed to throw that in there, that it was really.
And so we've accomplished that, and I hope that what we get is just some peace and continued, total non-contact with her between now and June 2nd. That's all we can hope for. It's not too much longer now. We're the 23rd. We've got a weekend to come, so it's a week. It's really a week and a day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, thank you for the reminder.
Sorry.
No, it's not. Believe me, I've been thinking very, very clearly about it, and so no, it's a good point. And so your question was there anything that you or someone at your firm could do to help me, I guess, or to through this process of getting out of here? And so what have I thought? I thought that there is that contact I mentioned to you last week, and I apologize, my battery died. That's why, yeah, well, it wasn't funny for me. I was upset because I really wanted to, so, and I couldn't call you back because you can't even use it when it's charging, like, even though it's plugged in. So, no, I couldn't. It was totally dead.
Fine when it's charged.
Well, something wrong with this one. It just was totally dead, so I guess it had to charge a certain amount or whatever. I don't know, but I was pretty upset. So I was okay, but I was, it just caught me off guard, right? But I was telling you about possibly looking for something, even a rental or, something that would where I could feel, like I could be there for a while, and where it was a more calmer, adult atmosphere, where I would feel, comfortable and so, and safe, and not distracted by the noise and the concerns of added or future harassment and whatever. So I haven't as yet I've been thinking seriously about that. I haven't made that call yet because I think it got to the point where we were going to decide, could you call or email him on my behalf, or was I going to call him directly? So we had left it at that point. So we were up in the air on that, right?
Yeah, we were, and that was around the time I was, and then I recall my part of the conversation was I was just reminding you then that if we go this route, or if you make the call or I make an email or whatever happens, if we start to go the route of using a real estate agent sort of as a leasing agent to help you find a place, that's all fine, but we're entering a world of more formal rental agreements, just being prepared to sign leases. People who do things like this, they want commission and they want people, it's a business for them, so you are looking at more formal renting agreements, and just to be prepared for that. And the other thing I wanted to remind you of, which I'm sure you know, but just reminding you that even in terms of a loft situation or a condo, I know you feel uncomfortable with condos. Your mom had issues, and you have the issues of how many people have kids and whatnot. And so my point was just potentially with loft situations, as you can chances are issues with how many people have keys.
It's a good point, Alex. And yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I just say one thing.
Yeah.
I had another idea of a possible real estate agent. She's this cool woman who works with people to find appropriate housing, be it she's worked with psychiatric survivors, she works with our clients who are on ODSP who have received inheritances and need assistance buying houses. She helps few people.
Yeah.
My friends and acquaintances who that's how I've learned about her.
Sorry, she receives what?
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
She's a real estate agent.
Yeah.
She's like a real estate agent for people who are not everyday people who might have different needs or different criteria of what they want in a house. And I'm wondering whether we should speak to her, but whether she would be willing to meet with you or you'd be willing to meet with her to see if she could not help negotiate and maneuver through rental and or possible home ownership for you. Because I just think she's sort of a more grassroots kind of person as opposed to a go, sell real estate agent. I hadn't really thought of her till now, but then I thought she might be a good person. Also, she doesn't take a lot of clients. I understand she picks and chooses. I guess maybe she's semi-retired now or something, doesn't need to work. So she only works for people who she's interested in. So I'm wondering whether you'd like me to contact her just to see if she's available to talk to you, because she's helped other people that we've had come through our office before.
Alex, she sounds like a really neat person, and this is...
She's kind of like a Diana Ralphie type of person, so I think maybe she's an idea. So why don't I email her?
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Just see if she's, available to talk to you, to talk about your needs and stuff. stuff.
That would be great. You know, because you're right, I do have specific needs and I've been through a lot, and I just, you know, for me, just a quiet, safe place is like, you know, that would be, that I haven't had that. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a friend who's actually a psychiatric survivor and an artist, and he's like a friend of my husband and myself. And he had accumulated money over the years, even though he was an artist, he lived very modestly. And this woman, she came highly recommended from him, apparently just took him to place after place after place, non-exhaustively, to finally find a place that he felt safe in that was within his budget. And he found a place, Westmoreland, actually, right around the corner from him. And he was thrilled with her.
That's great. Actually, I used to live for 5 years on Westmoreland.
There you go.
That was one of my most stable, long-term things, and I was able to write there, and it was lovely, you know, and it was safe. I felt safe, and there was an elderly woman downstairs, and we had a good rapport, and it was great, you know. Yeah.
You know what, I'm telling you,
Sure.
I've actually forgotten what her name is. And I was just flipping through another file today where I had asked her to help. And my client in that other file really liked her as well. So I am going to...
Alex. Yeah. Hello? Oh, hi, yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I can do that after.
Okay, no, I mean, this is the kind of thing Elaine has wanted to do with me, the OT, but it seems it's been difficult, like she doesn't do that kind of thing, usually, like,
Maybe she could help
yeah,
go with.
yeah,
Find a real estate agent who actually knows the market and knows you and what your specific...
that would be perfect, you know, because it is, yeah, it's draining moving after one place after place, and, you know, yeah, if I could, you know, I think, and I give you, I guess, permission to share with her what you think would be relevant. I mean, I don't know if I have to sign something for that, or, yeah.
I'm just wondering whether or not I should just call her and say I've got a potential client for her. Is she taking new clients? I won't identify who you are. And then if she says, sure, have them call me, I'll give you her number. And, you know, you can make the call yourself, or does that feel too overwhelming?
It doesn't feel overwhelming, but I would, if you could maybe give a bit of a introduction, you know, or just my situation, because I think that, you know, if she's not...
Okay, with me giving background on him to see if...
I just don't want to get, I guess, or set myself up for disappointment. Like if she talks with you and says, look, you know, I don't think I can help him, or, you know.
I like her so much that if she wasn't taking a client right now.
Yeah, but maybe she knows someone else, Alex. That's the other possibility. That would mean a lot to me, because, yeah, it is pretty, and then even if I did go back to Salem, I'd have, like, some real hope that, in the very near future, I could get something more permanent. Yeah.
Someone who entrusted helping you to pick a place, then maybe being at Salem would be a little bit more palatable.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, what do I do?
That makes perfect sense. And, who knows, maybe I could find something before the first. You never know, right? I mean, it's possible. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. I know. But,
Here she is.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I have her telephone number and her cell number. Phone numbers. I will call her and tell her that.
Thank you so much. And I am in a position to buy or to rent. Yeah. But you know my situation, what I'm looking for. Hello?
Yeah.
And I was really good when I went with Linda. Took me, or Linda came with me at the time. We saw like 5 or 6 places, and I was really, you know, it went really well. But she's not up to doing that anymore. It wasn't really part of her job, but she did in that case. But afterwards said, I'm not going to do this anymore. So I'm very comfortable doing that process, and you know, and I'm very clear about my needs, you know. So I would really appreciate it, even if I have a chance to talk to her, and then she could think about it a bit more. If she's okay, even chatting with me, that would really mean a lot, and especially because I'm an artist too and a survivor. Yeah.
files.
Yeah.
But I know she's helped.
And I need to tell you something, Alex. My mom used to say, you know, like after my mom passed away, I said to Jan, look, I just want to do everything possible to honor my mother's, you know, legacy and her wishes. And it was real, you know, just hindsight is 2020. She was scrambling to try and get me moved out of 550 not long before she died. And she was actually, I was really weird. Like, I only saw one house with her, but she was dead set on getting me a home, you know, and getting me a home where I could have another bedroom for a friend. And like, I didn't get it. Like, I knew she wanted me out of 550, but it was really like like there was pressure to do it, you know, like, come on. And I didn't put the two and two together. But Jesus, you know, like, I realize in retrospect that was something that she really wanted me to have, was just a safe place to be, and that I wouldn't get kicked out. And, you know, so that's why I'm thinking of ownership and, you know, something stable and long term.
Great idea. And
Yeah.
if you're supported with people whose counsel that you trust and ideas that you trust, who you feel really get you, I think that as long as you move slowly, you can find what you need and you'll get that place.
Yeah. Yeah. But slowly? Like, what do you mean slowly? Like,
You don't run around this week and buy a place.
okay.
Talking, I know when she told me what some of the issues were, was it only yesterday? Yeah, that you and I would be speaking at the end of the day. She talked about having told you that one of the things that you really need to do is sit down with Doris Chan and figure out how much money you have and how much money you have for a house and what you can afford as an ongoing budget. And I think that's part and parcel of the work you should probably do. I'll call Deborah Kiles right after I get off the phone with you, but in addition to proceeding with Deborah, if she agrees that she's going to help you get involved, you should probably be talking with Doris about what do I have and how much can I afford.
Absolutely. And please, with this other person, Deborah, like, even if she's able to have a conversation, or like even a discussion on the phone with me, and then that would mean a lot, because I think it's important for her and I to see if there's a good fit, you know what I mean? And to see if we want to proceed together or not. And yeah, and be as clear and open as we can with, you know, what each of our needs or, you know, boundaries are, and expectations, and like, that's really important. So, you know, I think that's crucial too. And then, but thank you so much, and I will take your advice. I will need to speak to Doris. But the more I think about it, Alex, I've been spending so much on rent these last several years. I could carry something, you know. I don't need a big place, but even less than rent, you know. But I agree with what you're saying. I'll need to talk to Doris. And when I first met Doris, that was something I was very clear with her, and Jen was there. I said, look, I'm not a big spender. I don't go buying cars or go to Vegas or all that. But one thing I really do want to consider is buying a home or a condo or something long term. And she said, okay, we can talk about it. So it's not going to be a new thing for me to raise with her, but let's not put the cart before the horse before the cart before the horse. And I appreciate you considering this and considering my needs, and how important it is for me to find someone who I can work with on that. And yeah.
Otherwise, we're just trying to make it up. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get that.
You don't know them. I mean, you're not a real estate agent. Let's find somebody who you like, or, you know, can work with, who does know those areas. Rental, house.
That's huge. Yeah. Okay. I'll
You gotta go over to that house, and you have to sit there, maybe with a lawn chair at 7 in the morning and watch what goes on. And you've got to go back there at 10 at night to see if the traffic is loud at night. And you've got to go by at 9 o'clock at night and see if the neighbors have kids that play rock. I mean, you got to take care of your choice.
Yeah.
To my mind, the worst thing for you, David, would be to get trapped in a situation where there was too much noise, or if there were negative elements that would, you know, break into your peace of mind. So that's what I mean about going slowly.
I agree.
Be really careful and really protect yourself.
Okay, yeah. Which is why the whole thing about maybe an adult building, or, you know, something, yeah, just not a calmer environment, yeah.
Kid and teenage free.
Yeah, I just, you know, anyway, you're right. And there are a lot of buildings out there, or an artist's building, you know, or they have lofts where they're more artists and stuff like that, which are generally, yeah, single or just couples, but not family oriented so much, but more, you know, adult singles or couples.
Families.
Families are great. I just need, not for me, right? Like, that's, Yeah, yeah, but that, there you go. No, I don't. No, exactly. So I appreciate you understanding that, and that that's. And I think also that I do have a reference letter from the last place at Walmer, and it's a good one. And I do have the one from Jan. So and I think I could, and but I think buying anyway. Let's leave it at that for now. I think we've covered a good deal of ground here. Yeah. Was there anything else? I know we need to get back to Daniel, but can we do that by Monday or something, or?
Yeah, well, sure.
Yeah.
Get back to, we don't even need to get back to Daniel. Daniel said to us, here's who we will use. When you call them, tell them this is about Salem, one of our properties, and you set it up, and you pay for it. So we don't need to get back to Daniel right now. We don't need, there's nothing pressing that Daniel needs. If we set up the logs next week, fine. If we set them up in 2 weeks, fine. If we never set them up because you find a better place and you're out of there, I'm thinking that's going to be fine too.
Thanks, Alex. Okay. Yeah.
It's just Craig Lowe I wanted just to name.
Oh, yes.
Just to go over,
Yeah. Yeah. And the other possibility, Alex, too, if Lucy has not received, for some reason, the email or didn't want to open it, is it possible to mention to Craig Lowe to please advise Lucy of that? No? Okay. Okay. All right. Breach of her privacy? Really? Oh, okay. Wait, breach of her privacy to ask Craig just to let her know that I'm... No, not that there's a letter for. No, not there's a letter for, but just to let her know that David just advised me that he's leaving June 2nd. No letter. He'll just, yeah, it just... Okay, I just don't want any more problems with her and her saying, I never got the email. Do you know what I mean? There's so many...
I'm very, very certain.
Okay, all right. Okay.
On that. It's just that, she sent us an email and we were like, we didn't respond. I mean, just because someone sends you an email doesn't... I am feeling very confident that she received it.
Okay, I'll trust your... Okay, all right, and I'll continue to not let her or the situation here upset me, and I'll continue to not have any contact with her, and, yeah.
Are you packed up and cleaned up, and did you call Karen Shim, or...
Great question. I did not call Karen because I still, but I got your memo with her number on it. Yes, I've got that, and I will give that some more thought because that's the one issue, whether I put things in storage or whether I take them to Salem or whether I go through them here before I leave. But I've got to, I've got to get on that and make a decision by later today about...
Because if you're anticipating having any help with her, from her, it seems that she doesn't have enough notice now. I have no idea what her schedule would be, but I would imagine she probably is not available to help go through that much stuff. You're probably looking at packing everything up and taking it over to Salem and then booking her for time to go through everything in June.
That may be the case, Alex. It may. Yeah.
Unless magically she has a day for you, but even so, that would take probably more than a day.
Fair enough. And I will, yeah. And I...
Okay, I'm packing. And do you have enough boxes and all that garbage?
Most of my stuff is already... It's never been unpacked, Alex. That's why this was supposed to be a trial situation, and obviously that's the case. So the only other thing I needed to ask you was, I got your copy of your mail to Peter saying to give Mark first dibs on this stuff. I don't know if he responded on phone or by email, but he didn't respond at all? Oh, okay. Oh, that's weird. Okay.
No response, that's why...
Okay, usually he does respond in some manner. Okay, and the other thing just quickly was Doris Chan. There wasn't just a response. There was a check from her made out to your firm, but there wasn't any sort of email with it, or and the note. Yeah. And the other thing was you asked her to confirm or to get back to you on the other stuff for Salem and just
to. You emailed back with thanks. Did you see that?
Oh, I didn't see that one. No. Okay.
To this and that, and let me, and confirm, follow up, so I can follow up David and assure him it's done, or whatever I said, something like that. And all her email said was, thanks.
Okay, well, good, she got it. That's confirmed. Anyway, and she's followed up on it. And I'll give her a call, Alex, just to let her know. Yeah, to touch base with her and let her know about my concern, or about what's going on, so her and I can be on the same page as well. Yeah, so Jan doesn't have to worry. Okay.
email to Lucy in the mail and email Craig Lowe, and maybe I'll send a quick email back to Daniel Passante. Go, okay, thanks for this info. David will take it from here or something. And
Great. And so we should hear back hopefully from either one, especially Craig, by Monday probably, you think? Yeah.
hopefully Deborah Kiles will come.
Okay. Can I touch base with you on Monday just to see? Okay. What's a good time, Alex?
Let's see. Okay, on Monday, I have someone coming in at 11. Again, you know what? 12 noon would be helpful, because if I have someone coming in at 11, probably I'll need my morning to make sure I've got all of her documents ready.
Okay.
So would 12 noon be okay?
Perfect. And maybe by then, yeah, we'll have heard back. Thank you very much. And you too, Alex. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
First new message.
Hi, David. It's Terry calling. The courier has been called. It should be there around 1 o'clock. Alex said that you should give her a call around 2 o'clock after you've received the package. Bye-bye. Bye.
Next message.
So I'm on a Helix at Spadina, heading to my place to get whatever stuff you want. So I hope you've cleared your messages. Okay, bye.
End of new messages. Main menu.
Impotence, whether it's in a sexual level, potentially with the sort of wealthy husband and wife living in a condo, or an impotence to make changes in their lives, like the addicted prostitute and her junkie boyfriend. So, I mean, you've ultimately got these bunch of people who are yearning to connect and yearning to make changes to their lives, but are completely afraid to ultimately act on their real impulses. And the film is, I mean, when they ultimately are thrown together in this kind of a little cataclysmic beginning of the film, that's sort of this spark that starts, making them act on certain impulses that, but because they've been so suppressed, it starts having slightly more catastrophic results.
Yeah, the acting is, I mean, I was telling you when you and I were chatting outside that often when you're a host of a show and you're reviewing a movie, you'll turn it on, do some stuff, pause and go back, but I got stuck watching it because it grips you from start to finish, and a lot of that has to do with the performances. The acting cast here, Catherine Cave, people will know Kristen Booth.
Caroline
Cave. Who plays, of course, the woman who falls from the thing. Aaron Poole, in particular, struck me. He plays Johnny, right? The one of the drug addicts. How did you get the performances out of these guys on what's your first directing film, feature film?
Basically, they sort of led indentured lives, and I beat them. Not fun.
Secret reveal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, basically, the ongoing joke that became a joke, but there was truth to it that I kept telling them is, I want you to suck. I want you to be horrible, and I want you to sort of just feel free to fail and trust that I'm not going to stop shooting until you're brilliant, and just trust that I'm a good editor. And there was a process of probably, trying to create a light environment, but trying to create a light environment where people can feel safe to fail, because I think true brilliance can only come when you really take risks. And I mean, you've got these guys, burying themselves physically, emotionally, and when they feel safe to really take those risks and not sort of try and protect themselves, like, oh God, am I going to look bad? When you really encourage it, I think that's how you start getting stuff great. And that was really it. It was just really mostly creating that environment, and then just having an eye for trying to figure out what they were feeling at a given time, and not trying to make them fake something. That was so much of, I think, acting is when it's, we can get used to stuff that feels sort of, oh yeah, I mean, I get it, there's emotion or whatever, but it doesn't feel really real. And so much of what we did was about trying to make them embrace what they were feeling in that moment. If you're feeling mad at me because I'm making you do this again, embrace that anger and put it into the character. And you just start working through it, and you inevitably, even if it goes the wrong direction, you get something exciting and honest. And then it becomes my job to figure out how to actually make it work in the story.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for making the film and for coming in today to talk about it, and I hope it has a great run, starting at the Royal tonight.
Yeah, it starts at the Royal tonight, and the soundtrack is also now available out in stores, and
It's a great soundtrack. Yeah, we've been playing some cuts from it here on the show. Ed, thanks very much for coming in.
My pleasure.
Ed Gas Donnelly is the writer and director of the movie This Beautiful City, which does start a week-long run at the Royal on College Street tonight. And actually, you can find out more on the website for the movie, thisbeautifulcity.ca. Donna's here with an update on what they're bringing us at 5:30 on the news.
Well, Kevin, the City of Toronto wants to wipe out the graffiti on public property this summer. Councillor Howard Moscow is behind the idea and says the crackdown will focus on all city buildings, garbage cans, and park benches. David Michael Lamb has been watching this story at City Hall, and he'll have a report for us at the bottom of the hour.
Thank you very much, George. How are the roads? Well, not so good out between here. We've got another...
Girlfriend, I'm gonna show you boyfriend.
Oh, I didn't get a message. Oh, did you leave a message? Or you did? Okay, go ahead, sir.
Deborah, I spoke to Deborah Kyle, and she's really quite wonderful. She said she'd be delighted to help you, and she would she invites you to give her a call, and you can call her today, you can call her on the weekend, you can call her next week, whatever you like. And would you like me to give you her number?
Sure. Oh, but you left it on the message. Okay. I tried. That's weird, because okay, yeah. What was I going to say? Can I ask what you shared about me?
Well, what I said to her was that you'd had a rough time, that you had some psychiatric issues that your mom had as well, and that really your priority is to find a safe, quiet, peaceful home for yourself. And she immediately, it's funny, she started suggesting that wrong system.
She's what?
I just thought it was interesting that she started coming up with the same ideas you had.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Insightful. And that I said to her that above all, that your issues seem to be that you just wanted a place for yourself to secure, and that you had a very difficult time finding that sense of peace of mind. Quiet place.
Yeah.
I'm encouraging you to, while you take your step in this direction, to move slowly and not rush into anything.
God.
She only takes a few clients a year. Her other time is spent in some environmental activism. She's got a bunch of artist clients.
Artists, yeah.
She's really interesting person, and I think she might be an interesting person to talk.
To talk? Yeah.
Having her really understand what your needs are, and having patience and understanding about what you need.
And she's a real estate agent? Okay.
Oh, bizarre.
Well, sounds, yeah. Well, it's interesting. I was just looking through Extra, because there's real estate agents there too, and one of them is really interesting. He's a real estate agent, but he's also a member of Equity, so he's, and his ad says, particularly serving the arts community. So,
Segue into weird things. And, but I find her to be very understanding, empathetic, and
do you know, Alex, what she charges, like how that works, or that's something I would discuss with her? Okay. So she's semi-retired kind of thing, or it?
Yeah, she seems to do a few select clients a year, and the rest of the time, she is involved in her arts and her activism.
Okay, so money's not her major.
No, apparently she owns several properties now, so I guess she's got herself set up. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling her, and I'll check the message. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, absolutely. And there's that fellow that I was thinking about, but it's good. It's got to be the right fit. It's like it's a really big decision, right? So, yeah. Anyway, I think. But thank you, and I'll listen to the message, and I'm going through. I'm trying to throw out some stuff, and yeah, but it's it's difficult. But like stuff I have from my grandmother, like copies of like 20 copies of one article, I can throw out like a bunch of them and just keep like a few, you know, like. Yeah, so just to, but thank you. I know I've got my work cut out for me the next, between now and the 2nd, right? So I've just got to really hyper-focus. But in a way, I'm also glad that we dealt with the Lucy issue to the best of our ability under the circumstances, and it's done, right? Like, so I'm really hoping there's not going to be more, like, antagonism or, you know, things to set me off. And if she does leave the door unlocked, I'll just take a deep breath and lock it. You know, I guess that's all I can do, right? Like, I really...
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, and is in sight for that place, so you just have to...
Oh, yeah, and you didn't hear back from Craig Lowe yet? Okay, hopefully by Monday. Hopefully it shouldn't be a problem, because I've paid for the whole next month. All I'm asking for is 2 extra days, right? Or 1 extra day. Yeah.
I don't want to make it a bigger deal than it is. He probably didn't email back, because it's like whatever.
Well, yeah, but I think we'd all feel better. Or I'd feel comfortable knowing. Yeah. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, have a good weekend. Bye.
Played messages. First new message. Hi, David. It's Alessandra calling. Good news. I connected with Deborah Kyle. She really is quite a wonderful person. I told her about you, and she said she would be delighted to work with you in any capacity that she could. And she welcomes you to call her, and she understands if you might not want to call her right away, that's fine. She's a very laid-back, groovy person, and I think this might be an interesting option for you. If I'm going to leave you her numbers. Here they are. Deborah Kyle's landline, 416-535-7162. Her cell phone, 416-949-6477. So give her a call, or wait till Monday and give her a call. It's all good. Okay? Take care. End of message.
Ooh, it's getting better all the time.
And you've got 7 played messages. First new message. Hi, David. It's Alessandra calling. Good news. I connected with Deborah Kyle. She really is quite a wonderful person. I told her about you, and she said she would be delighted to work with you in any capacity that she could. And she welcomes you to call her, and she understands if you might not want to call her right away, that's fine. She's a very laid-back, groovy person, and I think this might be an interesting option for you. If I'm going to leave you her numbers. Here they are. Deborah Kyle's landline, 416-535-7162. Her cell phone, 416-949-6477. So give her a call, or wait till Monday and give her a call. It's all good. Okay? Take care. End of message. For 10 days. Next message.
It's 12:30 on Saturday. Just heading out on my bike now, guys.
End of message. Hit 7. To save, hit 9. To check out more options, hit 0.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Just hang on a second. Talking to somebody. Yeah, I guess go directly. We want to get it. Now it's like stuck. Oh yeah, so that'll be your start here. Cycle over to High Front. Let's cycle down there, and then cycle over to the Don Valley, and down to the waterfront. Hi.
Hi. Where are you?
Oh, I was just on my bike and I'm just heading towards the cemetery and heading downtown. And I saw one of the instructors from the club, for the Princess Club, is just chatting. So anyway, how are you doing?
I'm okay. You were heading where?
Oh, I'm heading now down to. Soon I'll be right in the cemetery, and I'm heading down to that Square. There's a we're trying to get on the Guinness Book of Records with the most bells on wheels. And today and tomorrow, tomorrow's the ride bells on Bloor.
Oh yeah, is that part of the Tucker? Is that part of the Tucker?
Yeah. Got to rent a bike, and we've been going by a bike there on. There's one there on the harbor there. They sell a lot of bikes. Sort of used bikes and low cost bikes. You there?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't call the channel when I said that.
Oh, about the bikes? Yeah. Well. Yeah. No. That's not going to happen today. I'm getting ready to get out of here.
Oh, good. So, did you talk to the lady over at Shaw?
Oh no, she never called, and she didn't really seem interested in me. So, I'm.
What do you mean she wasn't interested in you? She's interested in running the damn unit.
Yeah, but she didn't even want to look at my reference letters and stuff. So, but I figured she had my number. If she was interested, she would have called me.
Why would she want to look at your records? You don't need your records. How many people have any kind of a resume? I mean, she sees you. She talked with you. She saw me. I mean, she trusts you. I mean, what the hell? So, where are you going to move to?
Do you think if she wanted me as a tenant, she would have called me?
But it's you that's looking for what'd she say? That I like you. You're cute, and here, could you give me your bio and all that sort of shit? I mean, it's up to her. I mean, if you want the place, you just ask her. You say like, I'd like to move in there. Is that okay? If she doesn't watch it, she say, well, I don't know, I'm looking at somebody else, or well, I mean, people don't. You don't need that. How many people have any bio? I mean, what the hell?
Not a bio, just my reference letters and important letters saying that I could afford it and all that. But anyway, here's the thing, huh?
I don't have a single reference letter, and I don't have 30. I mean, if she checked into my, if she went to a Credit Canada and said, well, what's this guy's credit? She'd say, oh shit, it's really piss poor. I mean, I don't have any of that shit.
I'm just saying that she didn't even have the information for me to do a credit check, and you don't have any of that shit, and you don't need it, thankfully, because you've been in the same place for how many years? 23?
Yeah, well, more than that, but...
How many?
But anyway, the bottom line is you don't want to move.
That's not the bottom line.
Well, where are you going to move to?
Well, at this point, Salem seems like the only option right now. Now, I spoke to, I don't want to go back there because of, it's noisy, there's kids, it's a family situation, and it's just, and I've had unforced entries there, as well as the theft of those tapes I shot for Kairos. So there are many reasons why I don't want to go back to Salem.
Not too crazy about that place either.
Yeah, and quite frankly, Lucy on 2 occasions said, look, if it doesn't work, I want you out of the neighborhood. So, Lucy, when I moved in here, she's like, well, get rid of Salem right now and just bring everything over here before we go to Cuba. And then when we got back, she said, I want you out. And then she said, and she told me before, if it didn't work out here, she wanted me out of the total neighborhood.
She doesn't know the neighborhood, and besides, you had a big fight in Cuba. Anyway, the point is, okay, so I don't think Salem's great. And then if you move to Salem, you move all your shit to Salem, then you have to move it again. Because when you do see a better place, I don't know, you should make one move. In fact, you can make one. If you get a place, you can make one real good big move. You could take the stuff from Salem, you could take the stuff from Delaware, put it all in a truck, move it all. But how did you like, besides trying to read her mind, how did you like Shaw?
It was a nice place, you know. I could have. The other issue was I would really like something with an office, you know, where I can write and do my editing. So that's something that it didn't have, but it was beautiful for sure. I'm used to having a bit more space than that, and it's really important since I do work out of my home like you do. I need a separate room for that particular thing.
Well, I don't know. You're going to move to, well, you can do it. You can, now you got the play coming up. You haven't got a lot of time. I don't know. Even if you move to Salem, you got to, you know, you have to work on your play. Well, you don't need a lot of space for that, though. All you need is a chair and a table, I guess. But I don't know. I would hope that at the end of May that you could have, you know, get out there so you'd have all June. You could work on your. Sure, you could work on your play and everything else. Anyway, of course, one alternative you can do right now is just call the gal at Shaw, say, is it still available? Is it, you know, is it okay to be the tenants moving there? And if she says, well, if she hips and haws, well, then, you know, not too. But if she says, sure, I met your friend, and if the thing's available, you look like a respectable guy. So anyway, so do you think you could call Shaw and see whether she's still got it?
I could, but truthfully, if, like you say, and which I also want, is a place for the long term, like not to keep moving around, because that's been very stressful for me and my friend, you know, and people who are watching me go through this, you know.
So what's the solution?
Well, I think one thing is I'm a veteran, so I've got some experience with all this for quite a while. The other thing is it is possible to, between now and June 2nd, it is possible for me to possibly find an option other than Salem. That's possible. Hello?
No, now we know exactly. You need a 2-bedroom place. So if Salem they didn't have it wasn't a 2-bedroom spot, or it wasn't big enough.
Well,
does the Salem book say a piece on the view say how many square feet it is?
No, no, it doesn't. But you have a good point. I think, you know, it's not the size that I want in terms of space. I would like a 2-bedroom. I thought it would be a good situation in being close to Lucy and close to Linda, and, you know, not in a big building. But the more I think about it, the more I think it would be much easier for me to get a place in an apartment building, a 2-bedroom. Hello, Dick?
Yeah.
Well, I think the fact is they're flooded. Like, the market's full of empty places, right? And the housing situation, it's in a small house. I think I would definitely have more privacy in a bigger building. It's less, you know, interpersonal. People keep to themselves more.
That's what I think. So, some people like a house, but everybody on the street knows you. In an apartment building, you know. I don't know on my floor I only know three people, you know. So,
Dick, could you do me a favor?
Well,
if you can, okay? Hello? I'm going to okay, what you're going down to the demo now shortly?
I got a very full day tomorrow, but anyway, we'll mention what do you...
Well, the first thing with the fringe material, I spoke to them yesterday, and they said that I need to respond to them about from the communiques, the last two and three.
Cut to the chase on that.
Well, I'm
Today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I can drop by with the material.
okay. What time? Do you know roughly what time?
Oh shit.
Can you give me a couple hour or 2 or 3 hour block so I know to be home?
Well, so do you have to sign it and then I take it back, or?
I'm going to have to fill it out. I'm going to have to look at it first, and because it's a lot about the in terms of publicity and press release, and these are things all I've done over the years for all my plays. So it's really important, and the fact that it's overdue is not a good thing.
Well, let me think. Tomorrow, I got to go to the Bells on Bloor at 12 o'clock, and then it's going to be. I'll be on my bike, so I won't be able to have my car. Then I go in at 2. So at about 3 o'clock, I got to go and I'll take Barbara out. So from 3 to 5, so I'll drop it there. At between 3 and 4, and I'll pick it up between what's tomorrow night? Tomorrow night. There's something tomorrow night too. Something tonight or nights, what? I don't know. But anyway, I can pick it up. Yeah. Okay. Well, tomorrow between 3 and 6. So I'll drop it off between 3 and 4, and then I can pick it up later, or I could wait while you look at it. So okay. So that's that.
Can you call me like around 2 or 2:30 just to confirm what time between you'll be coming by?
Yeah, well, I'll call you at let's see, 12. I'll call you at 2 o'clock. I'll call you between 2 and 3, and then I'll just drop it off after that.
Okay, and can you just print off everything they've sent you, just so we don't have to go back and forth and find pieces of paper?
Yeah. Okay. What next?
Thanks a lot. What's that? What next? Well, that's the main thing for me to have a look at that and read through it and what's that? What's that?
What about the apartment thing?
Well, what's your input? What do you think? Do you think if I can find something before June 2nd, just to go for that?
I think so, because if from mid-June on, you're really going to be tied up. So now's the time to do it, and it can be done. In just a few days.
Do you think I should speak with a real estate agent?
Not really. I think does Viewit have apartment buildings on it?
Yeah, they do. Maybe I can do some more research on Viewit then.
Yeah, and then the libraries. I guess you don't have access to a computer though.
No. Do you know anybody? I could even pay them an hourly rate, like Michael or somebody or yourself, or just to go through it for a bit. But I know that you're really busy. The other possibility is I might be able to run out for a bit, and to go to the web cafe. But I'm not sure about that. So you're right. I would have to somehow get to view it. I picked up Now, and I picked up. There's a Renter's magazine. There's a thing called Renter's Guide. It's a big, thick magazine in those yellow boxes. And it's got tons of apartments in there. It's mostly apartments, not like private homes, right? So there's lots out there. Maybe you and I can at least speak on the phone. I don't know. I know you're very busy right now, and I respect that. And especially, all the work you do with the activism and with Barbara. So why don't we? I'll do some thinking on this and see if what's that?
Why don't you get a little fresh air? Why don't you go out to pick up the Renter's Guide and also have a look and see on the viewer and see whether there's something. Because the next thing you're going to do, the big thing you do, you got to figure out, where you want it.
A safe place.
Anyway, let's see. What I want to? I'm going to be. Let's see.
Hey, Dick, can I ask you a question? Dick?
I'll be back in the car in about 3. So.
Can I ask you a quick question? Would you mind picking me up a renter's guide and that yellow box? That would be huge for me. Not today, but when you come by tomorrow with the stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. I'll do it. You should get out and get a bit of fresh air, though.
If I can, if I feel comfortable, if I feel that, I will. But I'll speak to you between now and tomorrow anyway. But I'm feeling more.
I'm gonna call you at 3 today.
You'll call me at 3 today?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Dick.
Bye.
Bye.
Before you can get any more. You've got 2 new messages, and you've got 8 played messages. First new message.
Hi, it's 12:30 on Saturday. Just hitting out on my break now. Bye.
End of message. To erase, hit 7. To save, hit 9. That message has been erased. Next message.
So it's 3:40. Don't call me right back right now. I'm really tired and I'm just going to lie down. I got the renters doing all the garbage. Oh, okay. You can call me at 4:30 or so. Okay, bye.
End of message. 10 days. End of new messages.
Good.
I'm still lying down, but I was awake.
Oh, I was going to wait a bit longer.
I had a good one, so,
Do you want to call me in a little... Do you want to call me back?
No, I'm awake now. I got the book.
Oh, well, guess what? I actually found the one, because I knew I picked it up, but I couldn't find it. So I was cleaning up, and I found it. So I've got the latest one. It's a green one. It says, from May...
Mine is inside the bed, yeah. There's date on it?
Well, mine's May 18th to the 25th.
Okay.
May 18th to the 25th.
Mine is 18, yeah. Mine is, yeah, Yeah, that's it.
And it says brand new.
If you see it in there, you can tell me, and I can look at it too.
Yeah, it says brand new English flats and garden homes. Right, we can both reference it. Okay, so what are you up to today and tonight? Are you going out or what?
Yeah, I'm going out later. I'm going out at, I think it's 7. There's a dinner and talk.
About what?
Yeah, about, I think it's John Bell of the IS giving a talk about basically the conquest of the West and the treatment of Native people.
He did a great job playing Marx. Did you ever see him do that one-man show?
Wasn't that good?
Oh, yeah.
It was really well done.
And to memorize all those lines, eh?
Yeah. Well, it was really good, very good. I asked him if he was going to do it again. I should really do it again.
Well, it amazes me how they'll put so much work and only do one or two or just a few performances, you know?
Yeah.
I hope they videotaped it.
Oh, I don't think so. Not those days. I don't think there was that popular video. But they, he should put a thing in for the Fringe.
He should have. Yeah, he could do that show there.
Yeah.
That would be perfect, eh?
Yeah. He's Howard Johnson was the helped him, and she did the sound effects.
Oh, right, yeah.
They're no longer a native.
Right. Well, listen, Dick, I wish you a good... So you, do you want to we mentioned maybe you might pop by tomorrow afternoon or something.
Yeah.
If you can do that, just print out all the stuff, make a copy for yourself, a copy for me.
We don't need to print it out. I got the book.
Oh, no, not the Renters News, about the Fringe stuff.
Oh, that stuff, yeah. Yeah.
I really need that, because I gotta look at that and figure out what to do.
Yeah. I think I got the one that says the publicity.
Yeah, Communicate 2 and 3. She said, I need both of them.
4, I guess, is the venues.
Yeah, I think 4. Whatever you got, just everything, because she said I'm behind. The deadlines have passed already, and if I got to get to it ASAP.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, and you said you'd call me around 2:30 to let me know?
Yeah.
You said you'd be up here in, like between 3 and 4, something like that.
Yeah, let me think. What am I doing tomorrow? I'm going to... I'm going to the bells on Brewer.
Okay. Take some pictures, eh?
Yeah, I could if... my batteries are always low. I think these rechargeable batteries, I don't think they last that long.
Well, talk to someone at one of those shops, or talk to a fellow Shutterbug, or someone at the shops, and see what maybe the best battery would be for you.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Great. So I'll speak to you tomorrow and have a good time tonight. Okay. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Could have been happening right around the corner. Now, Toronto filmmaker Ali Kazemi didn't travel halfway around the world, but he did have to travel back in time to chronicle what some would call a tragic time in Canadian history. Earlier this month, the federal government started making plans to issue an apology to Canada's South Asian community for an incident that happened close to 100 years ago. It was called the Kumagatu Maru incident, named for a ship carrying close to 400 would-be immigrants from British India. It docked on May the 23rd, 1914 in Vancouver Harbour. Now, what happened after that marks a pivotal time in Canadian history. Because of government regulations, these immigrants were not permitted to land. They were detained on that ship for 2 months with little food and little water. Continuous Journey is a film by Toronto filmmaker Ali Kazemi. It tells the story of those immigrants. I did a story on Ali when the film first came out a while back. Now today, as the federal government goes about the task of adding a chapter to this story with their apology, I want to share that piece on Ali Kazemi and Continuous Journey with you once again. first few minutes of Ali Kazemi's film, Continuous Journey, the viewer is drawn into the fact that this is a historical documentary, but it's also a personal investigation. The film opens with footage shot by Ali as a very young man. They're raw Super 8 images of friends and family in his native Delhi. They're shaky, grainy shots of his mom. His sister's there perched on a swing. We start there, in Delhi, where he first discovered his love for the camera.
My father used to work for Kodak, and so I spent a lot of time hanging around film stuff, playing. My sister and I used to play in his office after hours, and we'd play with film cans, and there'd be this mysterious smell of chemicals, and we'd be given bits of celluloid to play with and cans, and in a way I was immersed in the world of media, but didn't fully recognize it, or didn't fully recognize the impact it was having on me.
The importance of those early days would take a while to come to light. In the meantime, he did what all of his friends and classmates were doing. He went to university and picked up a degree in physics and chemistry with vague ideas of becoming a doctor or an engineer, but he was still drawn to telling stories and creating images. So he took a film course in Delhi, which led to an exchange program through York University. Ali came to Canada, and he made a handful of films, documentaries that dealt with social justice both in Canada and in India. As a non-white student, his personal immigration experiences pushed him towards the making of Continuous Journey.
When I was a foreign student on a foreign student visa, every year I used to go in and get my student visa renewed. But even before that, from the time I landed in Canada, I was pulled out of the lineup and interrogated for 30 minutes about my student visa, my colleague and I. And the immigration officer finally said, look, the only reason I'm letting you into my country is because you speak such good English. And you'll remember me for the rest of your life. And I did. But it also fascinated me that one single person literally had the power to let you into a country.
Ali began looking into the roots of that power. Continuous Journey tells the story of Canada at a time when the country fought hard to remain white, barring South Asian immigration. The film tells the story of the 100-year-old legacy of the South Asians that persevered through that time. Ali's immigrant experiences are part of that legacy.
The Canada that I live in today is very different from the Canada that I came to 20 years ago. As people have become more aware, as the media has become more aware, and as institutions have become more aware, those attitudes have changed. But I think it would be false and wrong to say that it's changed completely. There's been this complete transformation. We are on the road to change, and I'm hopeful about it. But there's still lots of work to be done.
To Ali, uncovering our history and shining light on that history in an engaging way is a small but important part of the work that still needs to be done.
The most moving thing for me has been getting responses from second-generation South Asians. I've never received so many letters and emails where people have just talked about how the film has really helped them solve a piece of their own sense of self. As a filmmaker, if I've been able to touch a few people like that, that's incredibly, incredibly gratifying, and it's a tremendous gift.
Screened on Friday night right here at the CBC as part of our Asian Heritage Month celebrations. Ali Kazemi will be there to answer questions about the film. I'll post details on the Big City Small World website, cbc.ca/Big City Small World. And yes, you're tuned into Big City Small World on CBC Radio 1, 99.1 in Toronto. Rosina Kazi is a young South Asian artist whose latest album, Deportation, seems to pick up on Ali Kazemi's narrative thread. Rosina Kazi is a South Asian musician who went on her own personal journey through music. This is Rosina's story.
Land of dreams, come and pay. Free, free, free. Raise your family. Promises, promises. Promises, promises. Drive your tanks. the band low. Well, I grew up I was born and raised in Brampton, Ontario, to a Bangladeshi household. And Bangladeshis are very, well, at least my family is very much into art and dance and plays and all kinds of things. So I grew up very much around every weekend being dragged to different families' homes, and we would, they would eat and drink, and then at 1 o'clock in the morning they would start singing, and the kids would be like, "Oh gosh, come on, can we go home?" And we couldn't, so we basically just, and then every other weekend we'd be dragged to actually do stuff in the Bangladeshi, the arts organization, cultural organization. But I wasn't the obvious talent. I was just kind of the chubby kid in the back.